Tease it.
Welcome to the 50th Feminism Podcast. Yes, which I just established because I forgot.
Oh my god. Dear. Well, you weren't supposed to be in this one, so it's...
No, exactly. I'd just like to say before we start that if this one goes to shit, it's not my fault. I haven't prepared anything. I wasn't supposed to be
It's
here.
alright, Allie and I have got some stuff.
Yeah!
Yeah. Rue, you can pretend to be me today.
No, I'm doing that next time.
Rue!
I'm doing that next time.
You're doing it next time.
Yeah. Yeah, because...
Unfortunately, apparently, they're useless without me. They were supposed to record yesterday whilst I was away on business, but it didn't happen.
Shut up!
Well, you know, we had a host that was AWOL, and our guest Mike didn't want to work, which, so, you know, it was just me and Ali, and we thought, well, we could do it by ourselves, but there wouldn't be as many opinions or, you know, conversations because it would just be us.
It would be us making noises at each other for an hour.
Yeah, it would, and I don't think everyone wants that, so...
Yes, you clearly need me to keep you back on track.
It would be that, but...
Yeah. For an hour, basically. So everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it keeps my value in the podcast.
Yeah. Well, next week when you're away, or
We'll
next
be a lot
time
more
you're
composed.
away, yeah. So, do the intro
Sorry,
thing, Michael.
What's the intro thing? I already did the intro thing.
You introduce us.
Oh, you mean like tell people? Oh, right, yeah. I'm Michael. and, I
Wow.
run the team.
Lackluster this week. 15 and the enthusiasm's dropped. It's the cherry liqueur.
Yes, I'm drinking, so you know.
Against the
Rue,
rules.
you're a person.
I am indeed a person, and I'm also here.
Yes, and then we got some Allie or something.
Yeah. Yeah!
You just hear like ice chinking. Michael, please, you don't have to drink to deal with us, really. I can't comment, I had wine as well, so.
We're not used to doing it on a Friday.
No.
Friday. Hey!
Friday's my
by the
drinking
way, happy fucking Freedom Day! It's July the 4th! It's fucking Freedom Day, man! Hell yeah!
It's impolite to bring it up around
Brits who don't care.
British, yeah.
We don't care.
Well,
Well, you know, they're celebrating our defeat, basically, so...
I laugh in your faces! Oh,
Probably hit my cat.
Aw, little Belle.
Yeah. She's just, you know, scratching herself on the end of my
Nice.
bed. She's listening to me now. You can see her little ears twitching.
Oh my god.
Put a picture of your cat in as well. Just
Yeah,
put
you
it
gotta
in the
give me a
link
pic. You gotta give Amy the picture.
Okay. I will give a picture of my cat.
Anyway, what did we want to talk about this week?
Well, I don't know. That's up to
I
you
think
guys. I didn't prepare.
one of the main things that
I was
Ali
too
and I
busy.
had on our list was the whole Hobby Lobby case that's
Yeah.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
That
know.
is item number 1.
Yeah, I don't know as much about it, but this is going well.
I know a bit about
Do
it.
you?
Yeah.
Go for it.
A little bit. So basically what's happened is the Hobby Lobby case went to the Supreme Court and they ruled in Hobby Lobby's favour. A lot of confusion around it because people think that it's kind of complicated because basically Hobby Lobby want to stop, they don't want to have the morning after pill and IUDs and stuff on their healthcare.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're still offering, I think, 16 kinds of contraception, but there's 4 that they didn't want to offer. But I think that the issue is, well, obviously people should be able to choose what contraception they want. And also the issue is that it opens the door for other companies to stop offering it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other thing is, like, it's another way that people are kind of not having as much control over their bodies and their choices again, which seems to be a really big problem.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a person with a vagina.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably more so in America than it is here.
Yes.
Because I've only ever heard of things like this happening in America, but...
still an issue in Northern Ireland. Not in Northern Ireland, in Ireland.
Okay. But it doesn't happen as often, I don't think. We seem to have a bit more autonomy over our bodies.
Yeah, we're not exactly the greatest country in the world.
What was that about freedom, Allie?
Well, at least we don't have that bad of tax or something.
What's your tax rate, out of curiosity?
I don't know. Well, we threw your tea in the harbor, okay?
Ooh, sick burn.
There's that. So, fuck yeah! Don't look at me.
I saw a sick burn by Chris Rock earlier that was like, happy, what is it, a happy white freedom day or something?
Oh.
The slaves weren't free, but, I'm sure they enjoyed the fireworks.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things on Tumblr as well, telling people to be careful of fireworks and people with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
a really important
I think it's really important.
Yeah.
Because, we have fireworks day and everything, but I've never actually thought of that before, and it's made me think to be more aware this year when it rolls around.
Mm-hmm.
Do you call it fireworks day? Because it's called...
I don't care, it's fireworks day.
It's Guy Fawkes
Fireworks
Day.
day.
It's Guy Fawkes
It's fireworks day.
Guy Fawkes.
Whatever.
Bonfire night.
That's the one it's called, Bonfire Night.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
I should not call it fireworks.
About that. Yeah.
Well, you're a munt.
Pardon?
You're a munt.
What does that even mean?
It's Australian slang for fucked up or drunk.
I am not drunk.
You managed to sound like the most drunk.
You just chugged white wine before we started the fucking podcast.
I don't need your judgment, okay?
Giving a new meaning to the word drunk.
Shut up, Michael. Shut up, cherry liqueur.
And I'm here
as you drink
with water. I am the designated driver of this podcast.
I love the fact that one of our rules is not to, drink or eat during the recording, and
totally threw it out the window.
Yeah, Michael is flagrantly disobeying this law.
I'm the creator and I can do what I want.
So much for following the rules on the podcast.
Allie's the good little girl.
I am.
Fuck your rules.
Oh. Okay.
Don't fuck the rules, Michael. Don't do
fuck
it.
the rules.
At least make sure you have consent first.
Yes. Meanwhile, I'm making wrestling noises because I'm trying to find more alcohol.
Oh my god.
Keep this part in. Michael's scavenging for alcohol.
Well, I didn't want to drink my pear cider, but I can't find anything else.
Oh man.
Oh, well, there's some.
I
What else
forgot
do I wanna
what it
talk about?
was I had at my friend's wedding, but it was really fucking good, and I wanted more of it.
I have other things that we can talk about.
Yeah.
I've got some.
Wait,
I've got some.
What?
I've got some cherry schnapps. I bet that tastes
Do
foul.
Do it, yes! Do it! This podcast is us daring Michael to drink very different things.
Anyway, I had some other stuff that I wanted to talk about.
What was that?
It was mostly... Oh my god, Ali, what did I tell you that we were going to talk about?
I have the list in front of me right now.
Because I
Wait,
thought...
but I wanted to add a thing really quick to the 4th of July thing. By the time this podcast comes out, it's already after it. But just, so a reminder for everybody, whenever you do the fireworks show, just make sure you know where you do it and, be careful with them, basically. Because people get really, really reckless when there's a lot of sparks involved. And very, very excited, and it's just a lot of chaos, so just be very, very careful about that kind of stuff. And especially around people who have PTSD and like with veterans and all that stuff. So just keep an eye out and be careful and don't do anything that you probably wouldn't do any other day, basically.
Blah.
Yeah.
What? Is it really bad?
I don't know.
Wow. This is incredible. Do you know what is going on? Probably right now.
Oh my god, what is it? I can't tell. It's
RTX. RTX is going on right now as we speak.
Yeah.
Yes, RTX is happening. And when you get like cherry sherbety things?
No.
Okay, well it tastes a bit like that.
Okay.
Ugh.
That's what RTX tastes like that.
No, my cherry schnapps
RTX.
taste like that.
Anyway.
Anyway.
RTX is going on probably right
Yeah.
now as we speak, and if you are there, I am incredibly jealous.
Yep, same.
But that said, they're streaming everything via the RTX Live thing that they've got going on with Twitch, I think.
I still can't bring myself to watch it because then I'd feel like, oh, I really want to be there.
I'm absolutely
sad.
watching the Achievement Hunter ones. I've got like a little world clock on my phone so that I can figure out what the time is.
I'm not gonna start watching it because if I start watching it, I feel obligated to keep watching it.
Oh no, I'm just gonna watch the Achievement Hunter
and then I
things.
won't sleep for like 3 days.
You say that, but Michael, for us, the Achievement Hunter ones are from 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock. Because they're 6 hours behind us. So I'm definitely watching the Achievement Hunter ones.
What, 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning?
No, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean how?
What time?
The Achievement Hunter one in Austin, it's going from, I think it's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., which means
it's hard to imagine any of them awake that early.
I know, isn't it? But for us, it's I think it's 4 till 5 p.m.
Oh, I thought you meant 4 to 5 their time, because I was looking at the time and I was like, oh, it's like in half an hour.
Nope, I think it's for them it's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. I think from the schedule that I was checking, but it's only on the Saturday and the Sunday because I got all geared up ready to watch it like today, and then I checked the schedule and it said registration from like maybe 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and I was like, God damn it!
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it all because I'm going to my own con tomorrow, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you going to?
I was excited. I'm gonna be dressing up as an Ender Queen.
Take pictures because I want to live through your experience.
Yeah. No, I have a system because the Enderman head that I bought is really, really big, but they give you like a little cutout so that you can like fit it to the size of your head.
Yeah.
But it's still really uncomfortable to wear, so I'm stuffing in a pillow on the back of it so that I can like rest my head on it. And then I'm gonna tape my phone on the inside.
Oh my god.
And tape some other things so that I can like keep it safe inside of the head, and also bring a bag of like
smart.
other stuff.
But take loads of photos of other people's cosplays because I live for conventions and I missed the one in London this year, or the first one in London this year, and I was upset.
Cons are awesome.
You hear that, Allie? He doesn't want to see pictures of your cosplay.
I do want to see pictures of Allie's cosplay. Thank you.
Well, you just said take pictures of other people's
Yeah,
cosplay.
do that as well. But I also want to see Allie's too.
That's not what you said.
Michael, stop causing trouble. Michael, go home. You are drunk.
Oh my god. But yes, I'm going to take lots and lots of pictures because the venue for this one is further south from where I live, so it's like in the touristy area where all of the tourists go whenever they come visit Miami.
Nice.
So it's a huge convention center, and then I'm definitely gonna have my phone out like half the time because fucking Jason Momoa from Game of Thrones is gonna be there.
I don't
And
know
I'm
who
like
that is.
super, super excited for that.
I don't know who that
was,
is. I don't watch Game of Thrones, and I haven't read Game of Thrones, and I have no intention of doing so.
Nah, that's alright. But you've seen like gift sets from it, right?
Yeah, and I know character names.
Which character is he?
I think I'm 99% positive his name's Khal Drogo.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Yeah, that's who's gonna be there.
Cool.
Like Drogo Castle.
Hmm.
Like Drogo Castle.
Sure.
In Cornwall, we've got a Drogo Castle.
Yeah, we do. We've spoken about this before on the podcast.
Yes.
I remember
Castle
this.
Drogo.
I remember that. I don't know this. I don't live there. I live in Freedom Land.
You listen to the podcast though, Allie, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, I have to listen to it because I'm in there when it's recording.
Only silence.
I have to listen to it to trigger warn it every time.
Yeah. And I guess I like to see how the editing's gone, and I like to see, like, you know, the one where we just had loads of jumps, and we were like, where are we going from here?
Oh.
That one.
Isn't that where...
Isn't that all of them?
No, I think I know what he's talking about. It's when Shaddy kept disconnecting a couple of times.
Alright.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, I don't think it was. It was one where it was just, like, all over the place, and we kept...
Isn't that every single one of them, though? Michael's right.
Yeah, but it was really, like, there were loads of them that time. Whatever.
God.
I'll go through and listen to it and tell you which one it is next time.
Okay.
But I
No, you won't. There's no way you're going to remember to do that.
Excuse you? I'm sorry, I'm channeling my inner Dr. Statham. I watched all of Green Wing when I was staying at Jules's, and it's gone really bad because there's one character.
I always mix up Green Wing with the West Wing.
Green Wing is about hospitals and West Wing is about politics, from my
Yes, but
understanding.
they both got wing in them.
That's true, but Green Wing is fantastic and hilarious.
Well, I
There was a
quite
show
like
in
the West Wing.
80s
My
called
dad likes the
Wings.
West Wing,
It's very
but
good.
my dad's like a solicitor or a lawyer or something, so
He would like the West Wing.
yeah.
There was a show in like the 80s called Wings.
Ooh.
Thanks for your contribution to the conversation there, Allie.
Michael, that was rude. The other thing I was thinking about talking about is there are two things. One of them I'm going to have to trigger one for because it's to do with assault and the fact that one of the animators for I think it's a program called Clarence. I think he's maybe the lead. His name's
Skylar Page.
Shit, what's his surname?
Skylar Page.
That's the one. Skylar Page was recently outed by someone as sexually harassing her and other people that work.
Doesn't he work in Adventure Time or something as well, or does she work in Adventure
She
Time?
works. I think she works in Adventure Time, and
yeah,
obviously that's a Cartoon Network. Cartoon
Cartoon
Network. God damn it.
I replogged the post from her that she was clearing some stuff up for everybody to know.
Yeah.
As far as like the whole situation had happened.
Yeah.
That she, like he works on Clarence and she works on Adventure Time, and Cartoon Network had taken action and basically fired him.
Yeah, which is really good to hear. And the thing that the way I found out about this was that another animator was talking about it and saying that women deserve to feel safe in their environment and that it's not acceptable that this had happened and that obviously action's being taken. And then I was like, oh my god, what is this? And started delving, and obviously it came out as all this stuff, and I was kind of like, oh my god, because I don't think the animation circle is as big as like other industries. I mean, it's obviously pretty big because of all the content they produce and everything, but I think in comparison it's fairly small, and things like that are obviously going to come out sooner or later, and I'm glad that it came out because obviously they've taken a course of action that's the right course of action to take, and I'm fairly proud of them for doing that instead of just brushing it under the carpet or whatever. But it made me think because a load of people have been coming out about coming forward about things like this. I mean, I've heard so many stories about like YouTubers who have done things like this, and people are only like just finding the courage to come out and spread awareness and make people realize what they're like. I mean, off the top of my head, I think Alex Day is one of them. But like, it's just kind of like, oh my god, how many people are doing this that we don't know about? And it's kind of like a scary thought, but it's also kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but
it's like, it's sobering.
Yeah, because these are people that other people look up to, and it's kind of just like, you're in a position of power here, please, for the love of God, don't abuse it. But at the same time,
I recently was just told about, I forgot what his last name was, but his first name is Josh, and he has a Tumblr, and I reblogged a post from him, or not from him, but it just came up on my dash for Canada Day, and he was turning into this, like, giant, like, leaf, and I reblogged it, and somebody came forward. It was like, he was wearing the Canada leaf costume or whatever, and then the caption said Canada Day. And
you mean a maple leaf?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when
I'm like he was turning into a giant leaf.
Wow.
You just carried on talking. Just like, yes, and he just turned into a giant leaf. La la la. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, but somebody messaged me about how some time ago he was outed for sexually harassing like an underage girl, like through text and through messages, and I had no idea until like I got told, and then a PSA came up saying for people not to reblog that post because of the actions that he had done in the past, and then when I went to go check out his Tumblr, it was gone.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
But I think it's quite good that Tumblr as a whole is quite good at kind of alerting people as to when these things are going on. I mean, obviously people sometimes need to source check and kind of, I don't think they should necessarily have to give evidence, but a lot of people, if you make a claim like that, they're going to be like, oh, where's your, evidence and everything. And I think the community is very good as a whole of informing people and also linking to things, so that people don't start going like, oh, when did this happen?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was kind of just like, oh my goodness, how many more things like this are going to come out? And it's kind of upsetting, I think, but at the same time good that the message is being spread and that people are aware of what's going on.
Yeah, it's always such a shame whenever like any sort of harassment or anything like that happens and people feel so forced into a corner that they have to hide it.
Yeah.
For God knows how long. And then finally one thing happens and it gives them enough courage to finally speak up. And I think I feel like they shouldn't have to hide it.
No, I agree.
It's like it sucks that it happens, but it does. And it's good and bad that they finally had the courage to like speak up and tell people this person has harassed me.
But the thing is, as more people like come out about it, then like other people then have the courage to speak up about it as well if they've had a similar experience.
Yeah.
And I think it's little like kind of ripples that create a bigger ripple. That was such a good analogy, wasn't it?
Well, it was like The Core. If anyone's seen The Core.
No.
The what?
No. They make it's a ridiculous movie about the core of the Earth stops moving and they have to go down and restart it with a nuclear explosion.
Standard.
But they get down there and they're like, oh no, our nuclear explosion isn't big enough, but if we make lots of little nuclear explosions, then it'll work.
Yeah.
What?
It is kind of like that, but obviously that wouldn't work if you actually had to do that to the Earth's core, but I get the analogy. But yeah.
The idea is that one single course of action causes all of these other courses of actions that are incredibly empowering, and I think that's really important.
So do I. What else is there to talk about? The only other things I've got, I know, I was just trying to think. The only other things I really have are the fact that Neil Gaiman's American Gods is being made into a TV show.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day,
Which
or earlier
I am
today.
Really fucking excited about.
I am excited about it as well because he's one. I have a complicated relationship with Neil Gaiman. I used to idolise him for a long time.
Yeah.
But then some things were pointed out to me that weren't ideal, and he kind of fell off the pedestal.
Yeah.
Right.
And that makes me dislike people.
Yeah.
Like, it's different, because with Rooster Teeth, I kind of always went in, they were kind of a bit of douchebag sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it was different, but with him I was like, oh yes, I love you, I want to be you. And then it's like, oh, actually, you're kind of shitty sometimes. So
Yeah.
I guess the thing is, everyone's always shitty sometimes.
Yeah, but it's always harder when it's someone that you...
That is very true. If it's someone you admire, it's kind of like, oh, God.
I had that trouble with J.K. Rowling because she's...
Yeah, I saw a whole
childhood.
post pointing out all the flaws in Dumbledore, and I was like, shit, this is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
But anyway, so he's basically one of my favourite authors, so I'm really interested in it, but I'm also really horribly hoping that it's not whitewashy and horrible.
Yeah, that's the only problem with American Gods, because it's not a problem in itself, but like it's very racially diverse, and the problem that could occur from a TV show being made is that they could easily whitewash all the characters, and if you do that, you are entirely missing the point of the whole novel, and it's just kind of like,
Yep.
Please don't.
And also the thing is that I'm very mindful of the fact that when I read American Gods, I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
And I wasn't at all aware of things to do with cultural appropriation. And it just makes me worry about or wonder about, because he's a white guy obviously, and he's got a lot of gods and figures from other religions in his book, and especially some of them to do with like African religions and stuff like that. And it's like, has he put enough research in? Has he done these people justice?
That's very true, actually. I didn't think of that, but I assume if he's involved with it now, I mean, he obviously wrote it a fair while ago, but if he's involved in production, which I really hope he is, because someone asked him on his Tumblr about whether he wants everyone to stay as the same kind of ethnicity that he's written them in, and he said that yes, he does, and he's made it very, very clear that he wants everyone to be of the same race as they are in the novel. And so I'm hoping that, because he's aware of that, and I think it probably helps that he's on Tumblr and has seen how much it means to people, I think if he is involved in it, he might put more research in to make sure that everything is correct. And I mean, he might not, but I really, really hope he will. And
it's really important that he does.
It is.
I'd like to think that he would, but I've become a bit jaded.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, enough things happen with people that do things like this that it probably is a safer bet to be a little bit sceptical about whether things will go the way that we want them to. But I am really hoping that they will, because it's such a good book and it deserves a good adaptation, and it deserves an adaptation where everything is correct and isn't a hurtful stereotype or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in it, I'll watch it, but I also question how well it will translate into visual media.
Yeah, that... I need to reread it.
Well, the thing is that it's not really, it's going to be a very difficult story to serialize.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was saying the reason that HBO dropped it is because they wanted everything done, like, and characters explained within, like, 50 minutes or something. And obviously it's one of those stories where it builds up and everything. And I'm kind of curious as to how they'll do that as a new format and not make it boring or anything.
Yeah, I mean, because the issue is that he does a lot of... it's like, it's one of those... It's going to be one of these series where if you tune in later on, you're not going to be able to follow it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to watch... You're going to have to watch the whole thing from the start. Which is fine. In this day and age, it's fine, because you can just go on the internet and find it and catch up. But it's going to struggle for ratings from that point of view.
The other thing that I'm hopeful about is, since this has now got a TV adaptation, I'm hoping against hope that Good Omens will be next or will be soon. Because
Good Omens isn't a TV material. That'll be a movie if anything.
although I don't know, because they were talking, like, I think it was maybe December last year, a picture was tweeted or put up with Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, and Terry Pratchett said something about, we are definitely not talking about Good Omens TV, and I just kind of freaked out. But if it gets a TV or a film, I will be the happiest person on the entire planet, I swear to God.
And they might go the way of Neverwhere and give it a mini-series or something, but it's not something that's going to have any... It's not going to be a series.
It's always really worrying whenever a book series that you really like, it's in any sort of translation from the written media into visual.
You know what I would love to them to see a TV series on?
What?
It's the Sandman graphic novel.
Sandman is supposed to be very, very good. I haven't read it, but it's supposed to be really good.
They are very good. There is some trans misogyny in there. Basically, any trans woman in it is dead.
Oh.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's not great. But other than that, it's really cool. Really good.
It sounds very good.
The mention of the American Gods reminded me of a thing that I saw that happened, just sort of on the video game side with BioWare, when they released the 2 new characters for Dragon Age 4, is it?
Oh yeah, the gay ones.
Yeah, and for some godforsaken reason, the fandom decided to completely whitewash both of them. And I was like, under what impression told you that was a good idea? Like, why? Like, they completely, like, they gave the guy blonde hair, they paled his skin, they removed his mustache, and they made, like, they lightened his eyes, and I'm just kind of like...
I saw that on your page.
Yeah,
I saw that on your
really,
page,
really
and I was very, very confused.
It was... Oh, God. If there's
this is the fandom, yeah. Fan art, not BioWare themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still really freaking shitty, because there's a lot of people involved in that.
Yeah, but the thing is that they always do this. Everyone... I mean, I'm not excusing it at all. Mm-hmm. It happens in every fucking fandom. Yeah. Everyone whitewashes people for some reason. It's like, you see it all the time. I don't get it. Yeah. Why do you want to do it?
I saw that happen with some characters from RVB, too. I think it was Tucker that got whitewashed.
I think people just get kind of pissy when it's not all about them, and it's just kind of like, oh my god, really? Do you really
exactly,
need to?
Yeah.
And then these same people turn around and throw a tantrum when you dare to suggest that someone might be trans.
I know! Oh my god! Although that said, a friend of mine wrote a really good, like, mini fic about my favourite webcomic and the main character in that being trans, and I cried a lot because I cosplay as him.
Was it Hannah?
It was Hannah is not a boy's name, and I properly, like, started crying at, like, 2 a.m, just because it's like a headcanon that's very, very important to me, especially because I cosplay as Hannah and I am trans myself, and I was just like...
I could certainly see an argument for Hannah being trans.
Yeah, it would be incredible, and I don't understand why people feel the need to shoot these headcanons down. They're not doing anyone any harm, and it's just like, don't shit on people, and also don't whitewash, because that's racist. Yeah. That is so racist.
It doesn't conform to, like, their ideas of how everybody should be white and heterosexual and just
cis.
And cis.
Yeah.
And it's that, like, everybody nedes to get that idea and throw it in the trash and just fucking kick that down a hill.
Dunk that shit.
My favourite, or should I say least favourite, is when people suddenly cure canonically disabled characters.
Yeah. That's another thing that also needs to be slam dunked in the fucking trash.
Yeah. Slam dunk it.
Any sort of changing of a character or a headcanon of a character that is not, like, the typical idea of, like, a white heterosexual cis, and is it neurotypical?
Neurotypical is someone who doesn't have a mental disability or a mental illness.
So it would be neurotypical and neurodivergent, right? Because I'd seen both of those terms.
Neurodivergent, yeah. No, it's either neuroatypical or neurodivergent, but people are pushing more for neurodivergent because neurotypical and neurotypical is kind of similar. Mm-hmm. So people with like dyslexia and stuff, or people who don't read as well, can often confuse the two. But the opposite for disabled is abled.
Okay, I'm sorry, but it's just that idea needs to not be the number one thing out there. It can't. It absolutely cannot.
Because that's that's not how everybody is, and I hate the idea that everyone kind of thinks that that's, and I'm doing air quotes here, the norm. It's just like slam dunk that into the trash, because like it is like the world is so diverse and everyone deserves representation. It's like I mean for
also who wants every story in the world to be about like white cis het abled men?
It would just be like you can't escape from anything because that's what it's about in real life, and to have that like translated into every book or every TV show or every film or every game or every whatever, there's no chance to escape, and it is so vital that people see themselves on screen at some point, because like representation is so important. And I mean, like, for the first time I think ever, I saw someone who was trans on a TV show, like, and their underwear was boxers and a binder, and I cried because it was like I've finally seen someone who looks like me on TV. For the record, that show was Orphan Black, and everyone should watch it because it's incredible.
I know exactly which character you're talking about.
Oh my god!
One of the clones. I know exactly what you're talking about. His name is Tony, right?
Yeah, I just completely broke down and started crying and had to like pause the video while I sobbed because it was so important to me. And that is why representation in like various media is very, very important, because people don't get the chance to see themselves like that, and it's just really nice.
And when the very rare chances that they are ever portrayed, they're a joke.
Yeah, and this wasn't, and it was just like, oh my god.
So I wanna direct everybody to this one video of this lady that she's at the Disney parade, and Princess Tiana walks by her.
Oh, I know the video.
Oh, is it Giselle? Not Giselle.
What?
Yeah, it's Giselle, yeah.
Or Glozell.
Yeah, Glozell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Princess Tiana.
Yeah, no.
That's the name of the
person
who did the video.
I'm sorry.
Is Glozell.
She saw her and just broke down crying, and I was like, this is a prime example. This and so many other people's reactions to seeing people like them in media is so important, as like to show people like what it means to finally see yourself like portrayed in media, because it's like when you only get 1 out of 1,000,000 chances to ever be portrayed into any sort of popular media, you take that.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be 1 in 1,000,000. It should be 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000.
I mean, the other thing that this reminds me of is, I mean, I did English for my A-level, and there was one of the books that we read was called The Bluest Eye, and it was about a family of, people of colour, and it was this young girl, and the only role model she had was white girls with blue eyes and blonde hair, and she starts fixating that the only way that she can be beautiful is if she looks like them, and it's really, really heartbreaking. And if you read it, there is a trigger warning for rape, it's really not nice, but that's not like the main storyline. The main storyline is that she wants so desperately to look like all these little blonde-haired, white-skinned, blue-eyed girls that she doesn't think of herself as beautiful because she doesn't look like them, because that's the only thing that she ever sees. And it was heartbreaking, but it's one of those kind of things, and it's upsetting.
And also, like, not even just that. It's like, it's been proven that Well, basically how it works is that, you know when you're a kid in school?
Yeah. I think
and
we've
you're
all been kids
studying-
in school.
Yes, well, most of us have. And we're studying English or whatever, and we always read books that have male protagonists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it becomes that women identify with the male protagonists and men identify with the male protagonists. And it's been proven that if you expose young boys to more media and more novels, etc., with female protagonists, then they become more empathetic toward differences.
That reminds me of a book from when I was very young, but do you want to carry on with what you were saying first, and then I'll just bring it up
and it's the same for across all other types of media, where if you make diversity visible and make people relate to those characters, then people gain more empathy and relate more to others who might not look like them or might be different.
There was a book that I read, I think I must have been year 4 or something, and I think it was a class read.
For the Americans, you might want to say when year 4 is.
Oh my god, I can't remember how old I would have been in year 4.
You would have been like 6.
Yeah, 6, 7-ish,
so
I
that's
think.
like elementary school.
Yeah.
That's like I want to say 3rd or 4th grade, maybe.
Yeah, and
Maybe
so
a little earlier.
we read this book in class, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was very, very good. And it was about these kids and the leader of these kids, and I think the leader's name was Tyler or something. And so obviously you kind of immediately, or everyone kind of immediately thought, oh, it's the main character is a guy. And it turns out the big twist at the very, very end of the book was that Tyler was a girl, and everyone was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And it was just kind of like, you know, I don't know what my point is, but it was really, really interesting that, you know, throughout the whole thing, it's made to this character is made to seem like they're a boy, and then right at the end they're a girl, and it was really, really cool, really, really good.
It's a sad fact that to like 6-year-olds that would be like, oh cool, awesome. If you did that to fucking 22-year-old MRAs, they think that you tricked them. And
They would.
Yeah.
And it's just like another
How
reason
dare you
that
make
you
me
should
relate to this female?
It's just another
Rant
reason
about
that
it
you
for-
should kind of start putting like media out there for kids, because kids are a lot more kind of receptive and everything than adults are, I think. I think it's one of those things, like, I mean, my brother and sister took me being trans way, way better than my parents. My sister's like 12 and my brother is 16, 17 now. And obviously this was like 3 years ago, and they were just like, yeah, alright. And my parents were just like, what? So,
well, you know, kids just accept things.
yeah,
Like
kids
my dad
do just accept things.
My dad likes to tell a story of when I was a baby or a toddler, and I was sitting on the couch, and he decided to hide behind the couch and then roll a ball across the floor.
Yeah.
And he did it once, and I watched it, and he did it a second time, and I didn't watch it because I just accepted that balls could roll across the floor magically on their own. And that's what children are like, really.
Yeah, it is. They just kind of understand or don't care as much, I guess. But and I think it's important that you teach people at a young age.
What it is that kids are still learning how the world works.
Yeah.
So they're much more accepting of things.
I think it's a lot easier if you explain things to kids. Like, not...
I think the unfortunate thing is that whenever they do put out any sort of like media, or they attempt to teach kids these kinds of ideals, then like, say that this happens in school, say they release a book series with a trans character, and the school gets the book series to show the kids for them to read. Then the parents say that it's like a very conservative like neighborhood. Then the parents are all up in arms and demand that this book be removed because this isn't the typical kind of character that they would want to show their kids. So then the kids are immediately closed off, and the parents are like, they're removing that kind of idea from their heads, or they're making it seem like it's a bad thing. and then they get taught all the wrong things.
I think that's why I quite like being on Tumblr. Like, this is gonna sound really weird, but like the amount that people seem to kind of know about more gives me hope for future generations.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel like maybe if all these people are educated, they're going to pass on that to their kids and make sure that they're more open-minded in the future, and it's going to get better.
Well, not only that, but there are 13, 14-year-olds on Tumblr who know just as much as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, oh shit, son, like this could be really, really great in future when, you know, we're older and we can educate people ourselves as well, rather than being like...
I think it's important to teach the kids to challenge what is being taught to them as typical.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the government generally doesn't want that to happen.
Although,
Nope.
I mean, there was an article I read, and I might have this as a link somewhere, but there was this family who were very, very open with their kid about sex and everything, and I think it was a he. I think he grew up like knowing way more about everything and being safe than most kids do, because the way that we're taught about sex and everything is very, very flawed and very, very wrong. And I think it was really good that they not respected him, but like thought he deserved to hear it from them, when they could easily have just left him to be taught by the school system and get all these kind of incorrect ideas.
That's the thing. We're all very we all want to protect children, but we often protect children from the knowledge that we lie to children a lot about stuff.
Yeah.
Or we hide things from them. And it's like, well, it's not really helpful, is it? I mean, we want to protect them, but we're protecting them from, like, stuff that isn't bad. It's just that society has put these values on them that tells us that they're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bad to talk about, anyway.
I fear
Like
for
taboo.
anybody, like, who is the children of very conservative parents. I really do. Because they're going to be raised with such terrible ideals. They'll never get the chance to actually expand unless they choose to themselves when they're older. But, I mean, until then, they're fucked.
Especially if they happen to turn out to be gay or trans or
Yeah.
just, you know, LGBT.
I cannot.
That's the worst thing when they see when they're raised under specific ideals and they grow up different from that. Like if they discover when they're a little older that they're trans, or they discover whenever they discover at any age that they're trans, and they grow up believing that they're wrong.
I cannot imagine. Like, my parents are Christian, but they're C of E, so they're a lot more kind of lax about everything, and they don't go every week. Then they're kind of just whenever, really. But I was
they're not very practicing Christians.
no, but I was terrified nonetheless of coming out to them. And I cannot imagine how scared I would be if my parents were really, really religious and had grown up like teaching me that it was wrong to be anything other than straight or the way that I am. And it was like, I cannot imagine that. And I feel very, very sad that some people might end up raised like that, or scared to be honest about themselves because of things that they've been taught by their parents or religion in general or whatever.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, for me, it's like, I've only come out to my sister and a small select of my friends. And, like, my parents have no idea that I'm bisexual, and I really don't intend on telling them. It's not like I know that they're not, like, gonna throw me out of the house or anything, but my dad has been biphobic in the past.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what shuts me up on that, because it's like we've talked about like bisexuality and like other sexualities in the past, and like my parents are pretty open-minded, but there's still a lot of things that they don't know about, or they have like the wrong they have misconceptions about.
Yeah.
So it's like hearing my dad saying you can't be bisexual, you're either gay or straight, really, really makes it hard.
Yeah.
I don't understand that
No, neither.
mentality. Maybe because I don't really understand monosexual people in general.
It was weird because I spent so much time like thinking, yeah, I'm pretty straight, and I was like, when I was like in middle school or whatever, I thought everybody was always saying like, oh, bisexuality is such a phase, everybody's doing it, everybody's bisexual, it's such a bad thing.
But that's
oh, you can't be
that's
like
biphobia in general, isn't it? Like, it's so widespread. And
Yeah.
that's very sad that people...
I just don't get it though. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why people are happy with gay, and well, I mean, not everyone's happy with gay, but I'm talking in general.
Yeah.
But like, if someone's happy
They're
with gay
going- they're-
people,
they're-
or happy
they're going
with
to
straight
accept-
people, but like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with both? Or
They're going to accept gay a lot sooner than they would ever accept bisexual or pansexual. And it's like, I mean, there's so much more out there than just gay or straight,
Yeah.
So it's like, open your mind a little, because there's a fucking rainbow.
I've very handily got on a shirt right now that says, if diversity bothers you, you were born on the wrong planet. So,
Yeah.
God bless the shirt. It's really, really cool. But it's from, I don't know if you ever saw them, but they were those illustrations that someone had made, and they say I'm not a joke on them. I can find the Redbubble for it and put it in the link dump, but they're very, very good. Yeah.
Ooh, send me your shirt.
Pardon?
Send me your shirt.
No, it's my shirt. Fuck off.
Give me your shirt. I probably
No,
won't fit
it's
into
also
it.
very, very
You're too
faded.
skinny.
It's very faded at this point, but the way that it is it's got like 4.
Everyone's like, no, you can't have it. It's not in top condition.
No, it is
Not
very
yours.
it's very faded, and I wore it to Pride because I went
Boo,
to Pride.
I'll have you know you owe me a birthday gift, so I
You
demand
have
your
my
shirt.
love and my friendship, but it's basically, I wore it to Pride, and it's very, very faded, so now I can see what it was. But it's got 4 squares, and it's got loads of different kind of it's quarters of faces, but they all come together and they all look different, and it's really, really cool. I'll link it in the link dump.
Okay.
That was one of the things that we were going to talk about, which was Pride.
Yeah, it was.
So the Steam sale ended.
Yeah, it did.
How much damage did it do to your wallet?
It's alright. I only bought one game. I bought Borderlands 2.
Ah.
Yeah.
Guess what?
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 I bought nothing because I don't have Steam.
I spent about £120.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's about what I spent.
Jesus Christ! I think mine was maybe £4.
Yeah, it was bad.
Michael!
Oh dear God!
Oh my god!
Michael. Flipping
To be
heck.
fair, I got a lot of games, but yeah.
But are you gonna play them?
Well,
That's the question. You were saying last time that you have all these games and not enough time to play them.
oh god, I've got to have up to like nearly 300 now.
Jeez.
Oh my
Let's see how many I have.
So you had 300 last time.
No, I have.
No, he had like 230 last
I
time.
have 263.
Flipping heck.
Oh my god! So you basically bought 30 more games.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
What?
Jules just texted me asking me how the podcast went. We're still going. Bless him.
Wait. Michael, did you get Goat Simulator? Was that on sale?
It was on sale, but I did not buy it.
Oh,
Damn it.
why did you not buy
It
it?
looks so much fun.
I want it, but you
Well,
can't play
I
it
just-
on Mac.
I just didn't want it that badly. So, and I was already getting up to like too much money spent.
Fair enough.
I think that's a good thing about me not living nearby where you guys live, because likely if I was hanging out with you while you were buying games, I'd be like, get Goat Simulator. Get it. Do it. Do the thing, Michael. Do it.
To be fair, I don't think £4 would have been that much of a difference. But
Yeah.
It was only £4?
Yeah.
I
What
couldn't.
the fuck?
I wanted it so bad, but you can't play it on Mac, so I cry. I spent the majority of the Steam sale crying over games that I couldn't play but wanted.
Oh
like, I kept getting email notifications, like, the game you have on your wish list is on sale, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's a PC game!
Yeah, I got some cool ones, though. I finally got round to playing the Stanley Parable. That was pretty cool.
Was Child of Light on sale?
Yes.
Not that it matters to me, obviously, again.
Yes, and shout out to Beth. She got it for me for my birthday.
Aww.
So.
Aww. Shout out to Beth.
Yeah. I got a cool one called Planet Explorers that I really like.
That sounds cute.
It's really cool. It's like, actually, I got two at the same time. I bought fuck, it's gone.
Beautiful.
Lifeless Planet. I bought Lifeless Planet and Planet Explorers in the same bundle.
Nice.
Well, no, it wasn't a bundle. I just put them both in my cart at the same time. But
It was a space bundle, Michael.
yes, it was about £30 worth of space bundle. Anyway,
Heck.
yeah. But Lifeless Planet is about, like, it's kind of interesting because it's two different versions of being fucking crash landing on planets. But Lifeless Planet is like you're an astronaut and you've been sent to colonize a planet, and you get there and it's completely barren, and you go over a hill and there's power lines, and then there's a little village, and you're like, well, shit, this is a planet, how the fuck did a village get here? And you just try to work that out, and then there's a skeleton, and you're like, well, fuck, and it's creepy. It's called a walking simulator, because mostly you're walking and jumping, but it's really creepy.
Fair enough.
Sounds
cool,
I
though.
would have never guessed that.
Wow, that it's a walking simulator.
Yeah,
Why?
because you said it's a walking simulator. You just do a lot of walking. I would
Yeah.
have wondered if you would have done a lot of walking on a walking simulator.
And then Planet Explorers is like you crash land on a planet and just supposed to colonize, and you actually have to colonize.
A lot of crash landing happening
Yeah,
here.
exactly. It's like two different versions of a crash landing. Yes. No, but Planet Explorers is really cool because it's got like a twofold build system. So like people give you blueprints and you can just build from the blueprints, or you can go into like a build mode and then just create things and then put them in the game.
That's cool.
No, I don't know why, but that makes me think of like when you could build the gummy ships in Kingdom Hearts.
Kind of like that, yeah, but everything.
Right.
Do you know what I did last Saturday?
Oh, it's beautiful though. The Planet Explorers, it's really gorgeous. I would recommend. I'm gonna put a screenshot in because it's really pretty and it's full of life, and it's like all the life like interacts with each other. So like you get like the predators hunting the prey and stuff, and
Cool.
That sounds so cute.
yeah.
I don't know why, but it really does.
Michael, did you spend your Saturday playing those games?
My Saturday,
Yes. Last Saturday.
probably.
Because do you know what I did last Saturday?
Oh, I
What?
see. It was a segue.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was really good segue until you pointed it out. Now it's an obvious segue. I was trying to be subtle about it. But last Saturday I
Well,
went
it just didn't make sense. You were just like fucking out of nowhere. Did you spend last Saturday playing those games? And I'm like, I fucking don't know what I did last Saturday.
God damn it,
Maybe.
Michael. Do you know what I did last Saturday though? I
What,
went to
Ron?
my
You're dying
first
to tell
ever
us.
Pride event.
Ah.
I went to London
Yeah.
Pride
Oh, well done.
and it tipped it down with rain.
You pissed it
Absolutely
down.
poured with rain. And I was in shorts and a tank top and canvas shoes, and I got soaked all the way through.
Aw.
But I got to meet up with Adrian, which was quite nice, and I met up with my friend Rose, and she was in the parade with all the there were drag queens and footballers,
Okay.
and she was with them and the people representing the trans division, which was really
Ow,
nice.
I just stabbed myself.
What? You what?
Nothing.
Stabbed himself.
Jesus
I was playing with
Christ.
playing with a pin.
You did that last time.
Again, you did
did
the same thing last time. Michael!
Well, this time it's not. It's fine. It's just I just
Michael,
accidentally.
put the pin down, please.
Yeesh. First you ruined my segue, and
Fuck's
then
sake.
you end up injuring yourself with a pin.
I didn't injure myself. I just stabbed myself. It's fine. It just took me by surprise.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, if you're playing with a pin, I don't know what you expect.
Well, I was just pushing it through something, and then it caught my finger on the other way side.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Pride was great. Was
Jesus
where I was
Christ.
going with that.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, like, your guys' opinion on when Tumblr did the little rainbow thing for Pride. Because I saw a lot of mixed
I
reactions
thought
on
it was
it.
kind of
Like,
cute.
a lot of people were like, oh, this is really nice, this is really great, I'm glad that Tumblr did this. And then some other people were like, okay, this is really great, but there's still a lot of things that happen. And I was like, I read some arguments, but I can't recall them
Well,
anymore,
you know what?
but-
You know what it reminds me of.
What?
It reminds me of when straight people turn up to Pride or celebrate Pride like once a year and then don't do anything for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
Right.
there are a load of people like that there. Like, we ran into, when we were coming on the train, I think there were just a load of straight girls who were going, and I don't want to assume, but they were very, very loud and very drunk and kind of just loud on public transport, and I cried.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, no, there
cried?
are probably a load of people like that, and it's just like, do more for us.
That's exactly how I felt about Tumblr's rainbow thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, they let all these, you know, they let all these blogs harass, like, trans people and LGBTQIA plus people, and then they put a rainbow thing up.
And the
and then it's
safety
all supposed to be
system
fine.
for when that happens, when you get harassed, is absolute shit. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's
Just
crap.
block them.
Yeah, I do, and then they make new accounts, and it's
No,
like, can you please
that's their
block
that's
their
thing.
ISP? God. Thanks, Tumblr.
I mean,
I love
even
feeling
blocking
safe
them
on
is-
your site.
Yeah, it's barely a sort of resolution because they could still reblog you and you could still see them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, if they come up on your dashboard, that you will still see them. And then, like...
Also,
what
they
you
can
do
still
then-
send you a non-hate as well. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Or, if you even turn off and on, they may even make new accounts.
Mm.
Like, I don't understand why the action is not taken against them and is so much more like, oh, why don't you do this, this, and this? Like, instead of telling me this, why don't you remove them from Tumblr?
Yeah.
Block their ISPs and remove them forever. Bye-bye! You know, that's what I'd like to say to all of the fucking people who think
I
it's okay
wouldn't-
to harass
I
everybody.
wouldn't think
on
it's a good
Tumblr.
idea to block their ISPs.
Why not?
Well, why would you block their internet service provider?
Well, shut up, Michael.
Well, you know,
Do you
their
mean-
IPs.
do you mean-
Their
yeah,
IPs.
Yeah,
mean
that
IP
IP.
addresses.
That IP.
Right, that.
Yeah, but the thing is the IP addresses can be... There's like... You can have static IP addresses and then you can have ones that move around and stuff, so... It's
I
not
hate the
always...
internet.
And let me tell you, that is fucking terrifying.
Well, mine says that I belong in America.
Does it?
Really?
Sometimes. Or sometimes it's London.
Huh. I wonder if it ever says Northampton, because I have a stat counter on my feelings blog now, and I keep getting hits from Northampton, and I don't know anyone who lives in Northampton.
It's not me, I don't look at your feelings blog that often, I'm sorry, Rue.
You reblog stuff from it though occasionally.
Yeah, but that's on my dash, isn't it? I follow it.
Well, fair enough.
I can't think of the last time I've gone onto someone's blog and gone, yes, I think I'll blog that.
Yeah,
I do that frequently.
I do that as
actually,
well.
right, 'cause,
I
like,
check your blog.
yeah.
I check
Okay,
your blog.
I
like-
don't do that. Maybe I'm just lazy. I just look at my dash.
No, it's just more of a situation that I follow way too many people, and then there's certain blogs where I'm like, I want to check in on them. Let
Yeah.
me see what they have.
That's
too
what I
lazy,
do with
I
you,
don't do
Michael, and also you, Allie. Sometimes
Yeah.
I feel bad now because I don't do that with either of you.
you're a terrible
God damn it,
person.
Michael.
Yeah, no, I'm not good at that kind of thing. I don't even, to be fair, I don't even do it with Beth, and Beth's my best friend.
Aw.
I don't look at her Tumblr.
I'm not your best friend.
Yeah.
I am.
No, Beth
No,
is.
Beth. God, Allie.
I'm asking, why am I not your best friend?
Because, well, the thing is that Beth and I have known each other for about 12, 13 years, so...
I'm kidding.
She's not kidding.
I'm not. I'm not.
Guess
I'm
how we
going to
found
ask
each
you
other?
this all the time. You told me Neopets.
Yeah, we found each other role-playing on Neopets.
That's how I met.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I met my friend Tanith, and I've known her since I was 11, and I've met up with her 3 times in real life, and I met up with her in Pride, and
In
it was
real life, like,
glorious.
this isn't real life.
Yeah, no, but you know
This is a fake life.
you know what You know what I mean? Like I've
know
seen
what
her
you mean,
face
but real life.
face to
Clearly,
face.
clearly, we're in a fake alternate dimension.
Michael is being a super snarky asshole today.
I'll just stop talking. Nothing I say is right. But I've met her 3 times face to face.
Mm-hmm.
There was a TV show once called Face to Face.
I've breathed the same air as her on 3 occasions. And I've known her since I was 11 or something. So
Can I just say everybody should cherish like their online friends.
You should. They're very, very important.
Yeah, don't let anybody ever tell you that they're not your real friends.
They
absolutely are.
And they're very important. If I didn't have the friends that I've met online, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today, because they taught me so much about myself.
It's really important to remember that they are just as important as your face-to-face friends.
Even if your parents are like mine and they tell you they're not, which is a lie. It also goes for people who have relationships online.
Yeah.
As long as you're very careful about it and don't get catfished or whatever, but they are also real relationships.
What's
It's a documentary.
Yeah, it's a term for people who create fake personas online to lure people into relationships.
Right.
But like, if you, obviously there are some signs, but relationships.
Vid chat or nothing.
Yeah, relationships where you can see each other on Skype or voice call or things, more where you can see them face to face and everything.
They are just as important as and real.
Yeah, exactly.
As any sort of real life relationships that you have with anybody.
Yep.
Can I just say that I don't actually know if there's a TV show called Face to Face?
No, there's one called
might
Catfish
be.
though.
Why are you spreading misinformation, Michael?
There's one called Catfish.
Well, I was just trying to tease you, but it went over your head.
You suck. I hate you.
Not you, Allie.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because earlier you were like, there's a TV show called blah.
Was I?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember
You've
that.
ruined the joke now.
No, I'm sorry.
It's ruined when you have to
It's
explain
ruined.
God damn it. I hate you all.
I love you, Allie.
I hate you all. Not you, Rue.
So just Michael then.
I hate Michael.
And Cherry.
And whatever. What is it? The cherry liqueur? No, there was a chocolate liqueur.
No,
what the fuck was it that you were drinking?
I was drinking a cherry liqueur,
and then it was cherry schnapps.
And then I was drinking cherry schnapps.
Schnapps.
Peach schnapps is the best though.
See, before I knew it was a sort of like alcoholic drink, I thought schnapps were like cute little alligator-shaped like drinks, but not alcoholic. Just like, I don't know.
Did you say alligator-shaped drinks?
Yeah,
What
like
does
they
that
have it
mean?
like
What-
in a little
what-
alligator
what-
container.
What does that mean? What?
Okay, let me take a couple of minutes to inform you that my imagination
Allie, please.
runs
Allie,
in a kind of different way.
Allie, for the love of God, please draw what you thought a schnapp was. Please just draw it and then Amy can
Yes,
put it in.
I absolutely am going to do that. I have my tablet right next to me too and everything. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, I'm not even kidding you. I thought there was like little alligator containers on top of like glasses and then you drink like from a little silly straw.
Oh my God.
And that was what schnapps were.
This is reminding me, I bet, because this is reminding me of the time where, like, you know, we were talking about some state or whatever, and then you got Rue to record the state separately and then forgot to...
Yeah, you forgot to put it
That
in.
was when I was talking about them raising the minimum wage.
Yeah, I fucking
I
recorded
messaged
that.
Rue
You
on
didn't put
Facebook.
it in.
I felt so bad. I messaged Rue on Facebook, and then he got back to me like half an hour later. He's like, "I'm sorry, I was with Jules," and I was like, "Shit, I bothered him while he was with Jules." And then I was like, "Oh, I need you to record. I think it was California or whatever, or Colorado." And then send it to me. And then he did it, and he put it in the Google Drive. And then I uploaded the fucking podcast later. And then after the episode came out, I was like, no, I didn't put it in.
Yeah, I went back and listened to it and was like, wait, is it, no.
I'm so sorry. And I didn't even listen to the audio. And I was like, I wonder if he did it in the monotone.
I
Like we were
did.
talking
I
about.
fucking
I'm sorry.
did. I went.
I'm
There were like
sorry.
5. Like I left my recording running and then just went California. and said it like there were like maybe 6 different ways of me trying to say it, putting emphasis on different parts to try and make it sound as monotone as possible.
God. This is great.
I might still have it. You might be lucky. You can put it at the end if I can find it.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Rue. I'm sorry that I tore you away from your boyfriend just to record a thing that I never even put into the
Yeah, I
podcast
know. I
in the
went,
first
Jules,
place.
hang on. I have to be right back. I have to record something really fast. I'm just going upstairs.
Oh,
And like I shut his door and I went, California. 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 Oh, California.
You sound a bit like
all these
Squidward.
different ways. And then you didn't use it.
California.
California.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my
Oh,
god. I would have loved to hear that. I'm gonna leave the audio. No, you have to actually send it to me on Skype. And
I
then
know,
I'm
I have to
gonna
see if I
upload
can
to the
find it.
channel.
I might have deleted it.
Oh no!
If not, I'll just re-record it and send it and you'll never know. Ooh.
Yes.
And then Allie won't use it again, or...
Pretty much.
I'm gonna ask Amy to put it at the end of this podcast.
Oh yeah, I still have to put the
Sure.
ringtone you made for Michael for me on.
Yeah,
What?
I did it, Michael. What was it that he was saying?
Cook, serve,
Served.
delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that part of the audio and I made it in MP3 and I gave it to Ruth so that he could send it as a ringtone.
I'm someone's fucking ringtone, great. And it's just me going fucking cook, serve delicious.
You're welcome. Whenever you text me and my phone's on loud, that's what's gonna come through. You're welcome.
Good job I don't text
Oh,
you that
God.
much.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not just you, I
Why
don't
won't
text
you
anyone.
love me?
it's gonna be so funny, like if say Rue's getting text from Michael, and then Michael's like, "Oh hey, it's podcast time in a couple of minutes," and then Rue's like just walking into the room, and all of a sudden he just hears "cook, serve, delicious," and he's like, "Oh, it's my cue."
Michael tends to message me on Tumblr the night before, like, you know, it's podcast tomorrow, Rue. Don't you? Don't you? And I'm like, yeah, I
Try to
know.
be friendly rather than accusatory.
Well, yeah. Well, you know.
At least he didn't fuck with you like he did the last time, where he told you it was the other day.
My God. Shut up, Michael. That wasn't funny.
That is the laugh of true mischief. Oh
Yes, the
my
one time when
God.
you finally did turn up on time and on the right day.
I was on the right. Okay, I was the right time yesterday. Shout out to Shaddy who was AWOL.
Aww. I
God
love you,
damn
fake
it,
husband.
Ryan!
Oh, I didn't say. We got married on Minecraft.
Aw,
Me and
why
Shaddy
wasn't I
got married on
invited?
Minecraft. Because you, like, went off.
Ryan! Ryan!
Right. Oh.
For
Oh.
fuck's sake, Ryan!
It took me a second to get that, and I realized that you were doing the
Michael audio
yelling at
clip.
Ryan.
Yeah. God damn it, Ryan!
Michael, we're gonna start a Let's Play series, me and Shaddy and Rue, and we're gonna just like play Minecraft and yell at each
It'll
other.
be incredible. It's
gonna be
get
awesome.
very
I'm not invited.
Are you?
It can be
Am
the
I?
host. The host
Are you?
Minecraft. You,
Fuck that.
You can be invited, but you don't have to be if you don't want to be.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you gonna do a Minecraft series?
I don't know. Well, I have a good screen recorder that I finally got.
I have one as well.
So
It's just
Yeah,
a
but the
case
thing
of-
is that you're not gonna be able to get the videos together to edit.
you can Dropbox them.
No, you can't. Not one's that big.
What if they're very
well,
small?
if they're compressed.
Yeah.
If
What if
the-
you
the-
zip
No,
it?
do the
even then,
compressing
it's a
ahead of
couple of
time.
gigabytes. You're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have trouble.
Allie will find a way.
Rue,
Find
you know what you need to do?
What?
Use magic.
I'll come to America. I'll start a new life.
Yes.
It's the land of fortunes.
I'll give
The
you,
land
I'll
of the
give you a new
free!
identity.
Yeah, but look at you guys doing all these plans behind my back and not inviting me along.
You can come if you want.
Shit, we've been found out.
You can dance
We
if
gotta
you
go.
wanna.
We gotta
You
go.
can
I gotta
leave
go.
all your
I gotta get
friends
out of here.
behind. 'Cause if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they ain't no friend of mine.
S S S S A A A A F F F F E E E E T T T T Y Y Y Y.
You've gone really quiet.
Me?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I was just saying it really quietly.
That was beautiful.
Well, now
I'm
you're
really
quiet.
glad I could hear that.
God damn it. Well, I don't know what it might be. My microphone hates me. Everything on my computer hates me forever, always, and I can never ever fix that.
What time are we wrapping up? Because we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we should have wrapped up 20 minutes ago.
Have fun, Amy!
I'm
See-
sorry!
See, this is what happens when I don't host the podcast.
Well, you know, next time I get to be you. Allie, we get to
Yes.
do the thing.
And I assume next time you be me, it'll
Yeah.
run for about 3 hours before you realise you guys have to shut up.
Allie, we'll do the thing that we were going to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
What thing?
Nothing.
No, we're not telling
We're
you.
not telling you.
Tell me.
It's a
It's a
secret.
Oh, like your Minecraft series.
This
Well,
one
that
is
wasn't a secret. That was just a thing.
Yeah.
That was just callously overlooking your overlord.
No.
I am the one true ruler.
Yeah. According to your little sign on Minecraft,
Yes.
you are the one true ruler.
I need to reinstall Minecraft so I can play with you guys. Anyway,
Do
You
it!
don't even have it installed on there.
I did, but then my computer started killing itself then my computer got very angry with me for having way too many things installed and I had to uninstall stuff.
Cut the
Oh.
killing the self
Yeah,
part.
that was
Yeah.
definitely cut that. I caught myself. My bad.
I had to do a cleaning of my computer the other day too, so I feel you.
Yeah, I
Have
have
you just moved further away from the microphone, or?
Huh?
What? No, I'm the exact same distance that I have been for the last hour.
That's weird.
Anyway, are we calling it?
Well, no, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But you're Michael.
Yes, but I'm not supposed to be here. I'm the ghost of Michael.
The ghost of Christmas past.
I never know how the ghost of podcast passed. I never know how you end these things, but
Thank you for joining us on the FRT podcast.
I have
hope
been
you
Michael.
enjoyed yourselves.
I've been Michael. I've had with me today Michael, Michael,
Hi.
and myself,
And
Michael.
Michael.
If you have
Yeah,
anything
okay.
to plug, please go ahead now. Cool.
Okay.
Silence. Silence in the podcast.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Awesome.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
That went well.
Tease it. Django. Tease it.